Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for some more Your Line April. This being episode 4, end of the previous episode. I know it's been a little bit, but yeah, end of the previous episode, we saw finally Kaori convince Kosei to join up alongside of her. Tsubaki also helped as well, but that scene on the rooftop we had. At the end of the previous episode, where even Kaori started breaking down, we started seeing her getting kind of emotional, and Kosei ultimately agreed to join her. So most likely in this episode, we're going to see them performing together, which I'm actually really excited for. So I want to get right into this episode, guys. See what we're going to have with this one. We're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're going to get into it in 3, 2, 1, play. Are we starting off with his mom? Yeah. Just oh my god, man, instilled into his brain, which I know, I mean, practice makes perfect, but man, it's just the way you go about it, right? As a parent, it's like this is, and it makes sense why he feels like this is the only thing he has because, I mean, look how his mom raised him. Hides the bruises after she hits him. 7 to 8 hours. A machine, a robot. And as a kid that young, man, it's just it's just what is he supposed to do, right? What is he supposed to do? I mean, because when you're that young at that age, you don't know any better. You can't usually go off and just decide what you want to do. You can't just do that. Usually it's your parents that are in control. And then at a certain age, obviously you can kind of go off and start exploring, doing your own things. But when someone is raised like this their whole life, and this is all he knows, and it's kind of an extreme case, what is he supposed to do? What was he supposed to do, right? I mean, which I feel like soon, with Kaori being introduced into his life, um, you know, his whole thing with it is going to change. He's still going to be doing music, I feel like, definitely. I mean, that's what this series is, but it's just going to be different. It's going to be different. At least that's what I anticipate. And this can even relate to not even music. It could be sports. I mean, some people who grow up in bad neighborhoods, like gangs, stuff like that. A lot of this can relate to anything, right? Like that whole thing, how your parent or parents, how they raise you and instill something into your mind. If that's the only thing you knew when you were growing up, that's all, it's not just with music. So you could relate this to a lot of things. So oh yeah, this is all, yeah, they were all setting off for the hall. We rule. We rule. Even they haven't performed yet. I mean, hey, they probably will rule. This is youth, man. This is a feeling of youth. Oh my god. Jeez, what did you expect to happen, Tsubaki? With that? Wow, as he's bleeding. Thanks. The whole side of his face is bloody. How she's carrying him into there, spring for Kosei. I think that's what she means. Well, maybe not just for him, but just the feeling. I get. I think I get where she's going. I cannot wait to see their performance, and especially with obviously the thing that is going on with Kosei and how he kind of like blanks out or just kind of like he just stops hearing it or whatever in his head or talk about a machine, a robot. You see how she's moving? Them nerves, man. Them nerves. Should we just go all out? You see how or she's acting compared to him? She looks great. She looks great. Well, you can kind of tell the differences between the two of them before this. Oh, what's going on in there? What's going on over here? Even that one girl came out of her room. That's the other side of his face. Oh, maybe it was the same side. He's taking an awful lot of head damage. Oh. You're always looking down. Look up. This is what I was talking about. I remember it. I know it's been a little bit, but I was talking about she's putting her trust into him, like, to do this. She chose him. And if you had someone like this backing you up, someone putting their trust in you, oh, dude. I feel like I've never played the piano before, but I would just be playing it like crazy. I feel like somehow I would do it. I don't know. Let's go. They were just all inspired by that. You see some of them girls peeking? They're all blushing. Liking this build up. She's living free. I was just about to say that. She's living free. Yo. That is music gives you that freedom to express yourself. It allows you to do whatever, pretty much whatever the hell you want, right? When it comes to that, and music can take you to places. It's crazy. You wouldn't even think it could take you just certain places, right? Or make you feel a certain type of way. Oh, I'm so hyped for this, dude, because this is like their first time to ever performing together, like the two of them, and this is probably just the start. However this goes, like this is just the start. Makaru. Oh, we're gonna be hearing that the buzzings about that. Oh, look who it is! It's him again. Some of them are realizing who it is. It seemed like some were realizing. Some of them are starting to put it together. He's back. He's taking off a log on this. No, he got it. He got it. We good. We good. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see what they got. I feel like they about to surprise us. I'm not expecting it to be perfect by any means either. Any for their first time, but loosen up, loosen up, man. I understand the nerves, but like, kind of like a slower start. So far, so good. Oh, yeah, she's happy. You know she's really happy, you can tell. Oh, they're gonna snap. She gonna snap. I feel like she could snap at any moment. That look she kind of gave him. Oh, here she goes. Oh shit, here she goes. She gave him that kind of look too. Oh my god, man. How can you move that fast with an instrument? Like, I just don't. I can't understand it. It's crazy, man. At an instant's notice, she's just like. Even Wateri's getting into it. I didn't know this man was all into music like that. This is what music can do, though. Slowing it down again. I feel like they got a nice kind of mixture here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is where it's about to get bad. You about to stop hearing it? Yep. Yep. It's not gonna come to him. This is all just a mental thing, man. What is Kaori gonna do then if he like stops playing, or like he's underwater? So wait, is Kaori actually still hearing him playing, but it's just like he can't hear it himself, like in his head, like kind of thing? Because he's still hitting the keys. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna throw it off. Oh man, those sound effects, him hitting it like when it feels like he's underwater, like he's hitting the keys and it just sounds like don't like it's not the same. Kaori's still going though. Now how she's able to adjust and able to keep playing or whatever, if it still sounds somewhat good, that says an awful lot about her. Now they're talking shit about him. Just like at an instant. Changes so drastically. Yeah, it's like doom 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 doom. Okay, he's just stopping. He's just giving up. He's just done. And Kaori's still going. She's still going. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Damn, man. Damn. She stopped too? Is it over? That's it? Or maybe she wasn't supposed to be over yet, judging from their reactions. She looks exhausted. She looks drained. Like, and I mean, it makes sense. I mean, how she's been performing. Mr. Traditional. This is unheard of. They both just stopped. How dare they? Oh, dude, this music, this OST though. She's saying start again. Oh, I love this track, man. This soundtrack. Again. Again. Will he actually start playing again, though? That's the question. Come on, Kosei. Start playing again. Come on. Make an impact here. You can still make an impact even if you don't advance or whatever. You can still. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, Kosei. Come on. Come on. He about to start playing again. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. They can still make an impact, too. In the depths. Oh, there's that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. We heard that in what, episode 3? See, this is how it should be. This is how you should be teaching your son, right? This is how, like, see, like what she said right there, how she explained that right there and went into that, taught him right there, is perfectly fine with me. It's just, I guess, the way she later in her life she started kind of going about it as her health diminished. She got like it kind of got worse. Like I don't know, like that's just how I see it, at least. I think she's trying to like kind of bounce off of him or play off of him. Like, oh, I was gonna say something about that, like how the lines are moving by his. Oh yeah, like with his eyes. That's so sweet. Shut up, girl. It's like they're competing against each other. Yeah. Like I was saying, yeah, they could still make an impact even if they don't advance. That is what he's used to, yeah. Little smile there? Was that a little smile from him? Oh my god, dude! Visually, like it's so visually striking in some of these shots, especially right there. Like that was. They left off on a high note. They left off on a high note. Dude, these people are so hilarious, man. Right? They're so hilarious. They're so like they were just talking all this shit about him. Like, damn, this guy sucks. They like, what just happened? And then now they're all cheering. Like, you gotta love people sometimes. You gotta love people. Man, is Kawi all right? I was saying she looked exhausted and shit. No, I just heard someone hit the floor, and it was probably her. Damn. It's not one thing, it's another, dude. If it's not one thing, it's another, man. Ah, jeez. So some highs and lows in their some highs and lows in their performance, but and they left it off on a low, kind of, right? Because her collapsing like that, definitely not good. Now, does she actually? Is it just from being exhausted from her going off in that performance? Does she actually have like a condition or something? I'm kind of curious now, honestly. But yeah, like I mentioned that it definitely. I don't know what's going on with the lyrics for the for the song. By the way, that must be something with my player. It's like music producer director saying all, you guys have probably had that happen with your player, but um, what was I saying? What was I saying, man? I forget what I was saying because that shit threw me off. But oh yeah, I was talking about like how I wonder if she has like some kind of condition or whatever. Because I was saying it looked like she was exhausted. Like it looked like something was wrong at certain points in here. And if that was the case, she was kind of suffering through this whole thing, but still kind of putting on a smile and still pushing Kosei. And it just tells you how strong of an individual she actually is. I mean, really. Gray skies next episode. I'm not. Don't you're scaring me with that next episode title. Like it's about to be a depressing one because there's already been some pretty depressing stuff in this series. You know what I'm saying? Like there's been some happy stuff, some depressing stuff. Kind of a good mix of both. And we're only what 4 episodes in, so I mean we'll see what's going on though. I don't want to like jump the gun on anything, but we'll have to see. Also. Tsubaki, her reaction at the end kind of caught me there. Like, obviously she was happy about Kosei playing the piano again and all that, but like her reaction to I think like how Kosei was kind of looking at Kaori and all that, like she was like, oh, like he's definitely in love with her or something like that. At least that's what I kind of got from that. Or maybe she's just kind of mind blown that Kosei was playing like that. I thought maybe it could be a mixture of both. Maybe I'm not really sure, but I mean, the performance they started off kind of slow and it was pretty good. It was like wasn't anything super crazy, but they were playing pretty well off the start. And then when Kosei that mental kind of thing with his mom and just him not hearing the the sound anymore, it felt like he was underwater. That whole thing. Once that came, obviously kind of took a downward spiral. But then Kaori got him back playing again, inspired him to start playing again. In that instant, like she stopped playing and just said let's do this again, let's go. And which I didn't even like really think about it, like when he kind of fell into that dark place, that mental block, he was looking down. I didn't even like say anything really about that, but he thought of that again. That was a big thing look up, look at me. He looked up at her, saw what she was doing, and he started playing again. And even though they weren't really on the same page, they were more so going against each other. They both are used to, well, I guess Kosei is more used to being like a soloist. I think Kaori, like we saw her like have a piano player with her each time, but she might have done some like solo stuff. I'm not really sure, but they were kind of going against each other. The crowd loved it, and they still made an impact. That's for sure. So I mean, at least they did that. And like I said, some of the people in the crowd are hilarious because they're just like, you know, talking all this shit. At one point, they're like, "Man, this guy sucks," and then all of a sudden, they're cheering at the end for him. It's like you gotta love people. Some people, right? You gotta love them. This is great. This is how people are, though, right? So yeah, this episode, pretty good stuff. Highs and lows. I mean, sad stuff, happy stuff. I mean, you got just a bunch of different emotions and things going on with this series already through 4 episodes, and just in terms of like what you feel right while you're watching it. But I gotta say, like visually, I love the way they represent kind of Kosei when he's playing the piano, the sound effects they use there, how he's like underwater. I like that. And then some of the imagery they're using towards the end of the episode when they were kind of brawling against each other. Some of the shots they had of each of them was like very striking and beautiful. So this is just the start, though. This is just the beginning of them playing with each other for sure. So I cannot wait to see more. I feel like this is a good sign, obviously, for things in the future. If this is how their first time playing together went, which I wasn't expecting it to be perfect. I honestly wasn't, like I said. But they left an impact in the end to end off, so I guess that's a pretty good thing. So, yeah, I think that about does it for this episode of Your Line April. If you guys did enjoy my reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.